My neighbor's watching me from her window as I drive my tractor. I'm trying to drive straight, trying not to react to her. Then one day, face to face, I hear what she's saying. She's worried about what I'm spraying. I try to explain. I'm careful. Other growers say I'm judicious, but I'm not getting through. What can I say so you'll be less suspicious? I sound defensive. It stings. I hate being mistrusted. Where's presumed innocence? I feel like I'm being busted. So I change course and offer up scientific explanations, but I sound stiff. Hey, I'm trained in ag, not public relations. Farming today is so stressful. It's not that children's bedtime story. The cows, the sheep, the pig, all that romance and glory. Every morning I get up and face several masters, the government, my customers, and weather disasters. The government's the reason for my food safety clerk. She administers the law, strangulation by paperwork. My customers say add more value. What they mean is lower your price. I'm only one farmer. I can't say no dice. And then the creatures show up with 6 legs and a munch. An army of insects wants my whole farm for its lunch. Pesky pests. Know what I do when I see them? Actually, I can fend off this invasion because I practice IPM. Let me spell that out for you. That's I for integrated, P for pest, M for management, integrated pest management. Now, as names go, it's clunky, and some people hate it. It's not clear what it means, no matter how slowly I say it. The big question, though, is not what to name it. For people like my neighbor, it's how to explain it. There's no blueprint, no recipe, no one-size-fits-all. There's no automatic solution you can buy and install. What I do depends on context. So when those creatures come visit, I have to stop and assess just how threatening is it. IPM principle number 1, measure first, do nothing yet until you've established an intolerable threat. So how do I stay chill when the bugs have my attention? I trade a pound of spray for an ounce of prevention. IPM principle number 2, prevention. Think ecological. Your farm's alive. You've got to be knowledgeable about your crop's enemies and their enemies. So establish a balance. Leave chemistry on the shelf. Use your biological talents. Now, a warning for parents. This next part's rated X. It's about saving my farm by inhibiting sex. The villain, the codling moth, could cause a catastrophic loss by doing the same we do, feeding our young applesauce. The moth lays her eggs near the fruit that she sees. Her entire agenda is reproducing her species. The worm's born, looks around, so far nothing remarkable. Then, a day or two later, that fruit is unmarketable. Well, that is intolerable. It's something I must act on. So I tackle this problem with my IPM hat on. Pheromones are what moths make to communicate. It's the perfume they put on when they search for a mate. But if I send out pheromones at an accelerated rate, I can keep them from mating. They won't even date. This clever technology, mating disruption by name, it's like having my very own abstinence campaign. When it's working, when there's balance, I can lighten up my patrol. But this is nature, it's always changing. I must be ready for more control. IPM principle number 3, judicious control by chemical means. So I do have to spray when things are bad as it seems. I screen for safety, the impact on me and the environment, and I choose what to use based on legal requirement. IPM's come so far without notoriety. It's practiced the world over, yet still unknown by society. So when sustainability's on stage and the choir's singing out loud, often not one IPM note can be heard by the crowd. Who conducts this sustainability chorus? When we use cover crops, you know it restores us. When we add organic matter, our soil's more porous. When we use biologicals, you're looking for more of us. When we use natural predators, you simply adore us. When we protect bees, you approve, you say glorious. But if we use one synthetic, you instantly abhor us. We're no longer in your vision, you simply ignore us. Is the audience the nation or a small niche for this chorus? If you plan to reach everyone, you must make room for us. I should come down off my soapbox and get back to work. Harvest, pack, sell, and record it for my food safety clerk. My neighbor waves from her window, and I wave back. She knows me now. She gives me less flack. Last year's offer, try a peach. Well, that did not compute, but this year I'm betting she'll eat a piece of my fruit.